I can, and you know what? I'll resend the link just in case she's looking for it.
Cool.
Speaker view, and we will be sharing. Javier is going to be going first.
Okay. Am I ready to go?
No, I'll introduce you, Javier. So we're going to do some introductions of the panelists first. It'll take a couple minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll call on you. All right.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Chat.
Warren, tell Rita I'm sending her the link.
Okay.
I'm emailing to her. Alrighty then. So I'm not sure.
Rita is here. She's joining right now.
Oh, good.
We are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi, everyone. It's Carmen Denisco coming to you live from the UIA Pitch Panel National Hardware Show, sponsored by Rita Expositions. We got some great products for you to listen to today. We are going to bring on the moderator for today's show, Mr. Warren Tuttle, and he's going to introduce our panelists. Hey, Warren, what's going on, my friend?
Hi, Carmine. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. And thanks for hosting this.
A lot of people watching, Warren. It's crazy. I'm nervous.
I know. I'm a little nervous too. We've never had a crowd this big. So we're really excited to do today's event, which is going to be a live pitch panel, and it's part of the Reed Expo, who hosts the National Hardware Shows, a series of events this week. Obviously, we're not in Las Vegas meeting together, but it's the next best thing, doing it virtually. So today is the United Inventors Association pitch panel. The United Inventors Association is a national nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit, dedicated to inventor education. And pitch panels and trade shows are one of the most fun things we do. So we have 6 people, inventors today, who are going to pitch their products. We'll get started with them in just a second, but we have 3 outstanding panelists, experts in the hardware space, that are going to be the folks listening to the inventors pitching and giving them feedback. So let me introduce them in order here. First, Michael Miller. Mike, say hi and just give a couple of words about yourself.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the pitch panel here for the National Hardware Show. It's the first time for me in 12 years, I think, of not being up on the stage at the show, and so this is definitely a rather unique time. So I work for NCH Corporation out of Irving, Texas, and within that 2 different companies, DANCO and LSP companies. And my job with the company is bringing in new products, working with inventors, outside companies, and reviewing new products every single day and seeing what might work for us. And of course, one of my big passions, being part of the United Inventors Association, is helping you inventors to really understand what is that process and how can you make that work for you. And so really excited about seeing these products today. Thank you, everyone.
And Michael has a wealth of experience, has looked at many, many thousands of products, so a very experienced guy. So take it over to Dara Trujillo, who's down in Florida. Come on and say a few words, Dara, and say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Yes, isn't this amazing with technology in Florida, East Coast, West Coast, my coast, the best coast. So excited to see everyone today. I've been in traditional retail for 30 years, everything from brick and mortar, trying to make sure that you can get in there and have consumers buy your product versus a competitor's. Theme park, worked for Disney for 15 years. I was on your side of the table trying to figure out how to pitch to executives to buy into either the product or the experience I was selling. Had some really great experiences, developed pin trading, Bippity Boppity Boutique, the Pirates League, Goofy's Candy Company, co-branded operations with different groups like Dooney and Burke and Vera Bradley. Loved that. Moved on to television shopping, was with HSN for 5 years, then started going out trying to find entrepreneurs to put on air and hopefully make their dreams come true. From there, I went and I worked with an angel investment firm. So trying to give out money and find entrepreneurs to invest in for not only present, for future. And now I run a consulting company where that's just what I do, is I kind of go out with a number of different people looking to either help businesses grow or help people grow. So I'm with a group called the Magic Makers, former Disney executives, and that's what we're doing.
Awesome. Awesome. And again, a lot of experience and also doing these panels. So everybody say hi to Rita Compton from the Rocky Mountain State. Rita, could you just say a few words and then we'll get started with our first pitch? You're on mute, Rita. Sorry.
Nope, got it off. There we go. Just figuring out where all the little buttons are. So sorry I was late getting here, but I was working on my calendar for meetings for the next couple of days. Kathy, thank you for making sure this all got put together so we could use this incredible technology and be able to listen to the pitches. I've been working with inventors for about 15 years now, helping them get from mind to market. So we really work through all of the steps. I've had the pleasure working with Michael Miller in the past, and Warren, and Carmine. Goodness gracious, it's fun to see all the fun faces and fun people I've met over the years. We've had the challenge during COVID of getting out now our new project, which is helping to fund early stage inventors. So we allow now investors from around the country to be able to participate in innovation via some of the inventors that just really need some help getting, through the phases and, not have to second mortgage the house to get something teed up and ready for the marketplace. So it's been a lot of fun to give a group of people that have never had the chance, because they may not be innovators. That's a special niche that innovators have. But it doesn't mean that, your truck driver and school teacher don't want to participate. They do. And so now Archimedes Offspring is the mechanism that's helping them. Been working with lots of inventors in a whole variety of products. I think this is I know we're having a virtual show, so it doesn't mean that the show wasn't there, but the first time in about 12 years that I haven't had feet on the ground in the convention center for the National Hardware Show. So kind of missing the fun of being there, but that's amazing how many states we can get into in a week without ever packing a bag. So with that, thank you, everybody.
All right. So we got 3 great panelists. So here are the ground rules. So everybody's listening knows. Each inventor, we have 6 inventors today, will have 4 minutes to pitch their product. And you're also welcome to show a video during that time if you'd like. You can use your time as preciously and wisely as you'd like. And then we'll have 3 minutes to respond from our panelists. Then we'll move ahead. So our first participant today is Javier Mora, who is from Vancouver, Canada. So Javier, are you ready to go, brother?
I'm ready.
All right. I know you were born ready. So let's kick it off. And the clock starts now. You're on the clock.
Okay. Well, this is Polydab. And as you see in the video, it's very, very easy to calc instead of using your finger. It's the most advanced tool in the market so far. When you apply calking first, then all you do is use the tool. The tool collects all the excess calking. It has 2 flexible wings attached to the corners. So you see in the video how easy to use the tool. The 2 wings are flexible right there. So the walls are never even. So when you use the tool, they flex all across the wall. So it's very easy to use. What we did is we create number 1, number 2. Number one is 5 mil. Number 2 is 7 mil. So they both come in a package. We're ready to go right there. We started the product last year. And at this point, we have a contract with Canadian Tire, and we're gonna have the product in the market already in as early as January. Canadian Tire has 500 stores, so we're gonna be there. The product kicked out pretty quick. So it comes 2 in a pack, number 1 and number 2, and you can use silicone, you can use latex caulking. You have the two different sizes depending the edge that you want to cover. So what I'm going to show you here is how easy, I mean, the video show you exactly how that works, but I can always, not sure if I can get this close enough and show you how easy the tool works. All you do is apply the caulking right there.
Tick,
And you
tick,
grab
tick, tick.
number one right there. Easy, right there. So that's the gap that you have when you use number one. If you want to use number two right here, bingo, right there.
And what do you do with it? What do you do with it?
Well, you can always clean it, or in the video shows you can just throw it out, grab the rag and clean it right there.
Okay.
I put it under the counter.
Yeah, instead of using your finger.
All
So
right.
it works really good, works perfect, and the price is really good. It's only $5.99 for both of them in Canada, so it's
All right.
it works excellent. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know if
Let's cut you off right there. Michael, take it away. And our panelists, you go first.
Well, I'll ask my usual question when it comes to these types of products: is what kind of intellectual property do you have?
we have we applied for a patent in November.
Okay,
So-
design patent or utility patent?
Utility patent. I do have a patent. I'm using a patent lawyer in Bellingham, just across the border, and he's done everything for me.
Okay, very good. I like the concept, and I think you did a really good job with the demo as far as having a dark background and then having the white caulk on it. That's really, really good thought.
Thank you.
Dara, you want to jump in and then read it?
Yeah, so I do. I like your $5.99 for the 2-pack. I'm just curious, have you heard of the product called the DAP cap?
Yes, I have.
And how is yours different from that?
Oh, much different. DAP cap is a flat tool. It doesn't have the angle, so it's all flat. So what happens here is when it's flat, it's just like an arrow. So what happens is when you go flat, all the material goes sideways, and it doesn't collect like my tool. My tool collects the caulking right there. When it's the DAP cap, so the excess, it'll go sideways, and it'll spread. Eventually, once it gets thick like that, it'll spread all along the wall.
It doesn't give it that fine line. Okay,
No.
where are you manufacturing your product today?
Mexico.
In Mexico. And
Yes.
what is your approximate margin?
Well, we are at this point. It's about 50 cents to make one. 50 cents, and we want to sell it for $2, so $1.50. The store can sell it for $5.99. I know I have to pay duties. It's brand new product, so I'm just about waiting for the shipment. I just went to Mexico and picked all this up from the manufacturer. I'm waiting for the first shipment here.
Rita, why don't you jump in because we're running out of time.
Okay. First of all, congratulations. I wish I would have had one of those 2 weeks ago when I had caulk all over myself. And so keep in mind on your pricing, when you look at what it costs to make it and package it and ship it, a multiple of 5 is generally what a reseller is looking at. And so, it's pretty simple. Whatever it costs you to make it, package it, and ship it times 5 is what it's going to retail for. So your margins may not be as lucrative as you think. But that's a pretty strong formula that retailers use.
So if I manufacture for 50 cents, you mean 5 times is $2.50?
Right. If you're you got to keep in mind, manufacturing, packaging, and shipping, multiple of 5. So if you want it to be a $10 product retail, okay, for the 2 units, you got to take the price of the 2 units, the packaging and the shipping times 5. So that means, you know, you've got to be $2 for all of it.
Okay, $2. You mean retail?
Don't forget to
Retail
add your
10.
profit in.
Yeah, no, you want to, you
Retail,
have,
the profit is where you cut corners. So
yeah, it's
that's
4 or 5
what
times.
gets squeezed. That's what gets squeezed is your profit. So when you talk about your margins, you start from 2 ends. What is going to be your suggested retail? What do you think the stores can sell it for to a consumer? And then what does it cost you to put all the content into the package, the cost of the package and the cost of the shipping to get it here? And then hopefully there's something left in the middle that is your profit.
All right, well, listen, by the way, folks, let me give you my email. It's www.tuttle, that's 2 W's, Tuttle, T-U-T-T-L-E at yahoo.com. If you have other questions about some of these things that you're confused about margins, shoot me an email. I'll send it out to the panelists. We'll get you specific answers because when it comes to margin, we should be very specific on that. And Javier, my only suggestion is, I thought Dara's point was great. Start with your lead feature, you know, right off the top. What makes your product better than anything else on the market? Because that's something you got there at the end, but it really belongs right up front in your pitch, I think. So. Okay. Listen, I'm sorry, but we're on the clock, brother. And like I said, my email is www.tuttle@yahoo.com. And all of you and everybody who's watching is welcome to send me emails. And if you have more questions, Javier, about this, we can either get them to the panelists or we can, or I'll answer them for you. Okay.
Sounds good. Right. Thanks so much.
Keeping us right on track here because this is a well-oiled machine. Steve Berry is joining us, and he has a product called the Drain Defender. How you doing, Steve?
Great. Thank you.
Are you all set and ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right, you got 4 minutes. You're on the clock.
Great. Thanks, and thanks to the United Inventors Association for giving me this opportunity to pitch the product. My name is Steve Berry. I'm the inventor of a product that solves a major problem for homeowners today. That's flooded basements. After living in a third home where I had problems with flooded basement due to clogged outdoor stairwell drains, I thought somebody has to come up with a solution to this problem. And ultimately, I decided that person should be me. And that's why I set up to develop Drain Defender. Drain Defender is a patented, one-of-a-kind design solution that keeps leaves, grass, spring blossoms, and other yard debris from clogging outdoor stairwell drains. Just pull it from the box and drop it in place over your existing drain. There's a small guide pin on the bottom that drops into a hole or a slot near the center of the drain to keep it stable and in place. The outer cover has a slotted barrier wall that blocks debris as it flows toward the drain, but with sufficient surface area all around to ensure high volume of water flow during a heavy rainfall. And any small debris that slips past the outer cover is trapped by the perforated screen below. So Carmine, if I may ask you to show the product page on the website, please. Great, thank you. On the left, you see an unprotected drain with a small amount of debris that's deposited in place, and you get water accumulation levels up past 6 inches, certainly enough to flood the basement. Whereas on the right, with the Drain Defender in place and 10 times as much debris as I have on the left video, with a 15-minute record level rainfall, we have an accumulation of less than 1 inch. So if you scroll down just a little bit, please, we have tested grass and leaves and multiple products. You can see similar results without the Drain Defender and with the Drain Defender, barely an inch. And the photos all the way to the right show how well it protected the drain during the rainfall. So thank you, Carmine.
Good job, Carmine.
So cleanup is easy. Just separate the 2 parts, spray with common garden hose, put it back together, and drop it back into service. So we launched Drain Defender 5 months ago on my own website and on Amazon, and already have sold over 700 units. Had 36 reviews on Amazon, rating the product at 4.6 out of 5 stars. 95% of the homeowners I surveyed said that they would buy a cost-effective solution if it existed. And now we have Drain Defender. And what the customer is buying is peace of mind, the ability to sleep through a stormy night and to go on vacation without stressing about the weather. So I think I've got a winner in Drain Defender. I hope you do as well.
That's great. Awesome. Awesome presentation. Rita, why don't you go first? We'll go in reverse order. Mute.
All right, great product, Steve. So tell me, what are your long-term goals? I mean, you said you're already manufacturing, selling on your site, selling on Amazon. Where do you want to be on it in 5 years?
Well, certainly want to reach out to retailers and get some B2B business going. Just started reaching out to True Value, Ace Hardware, and ultimately get to Lowe's and the other stores you might expect and get on their shelves.
All right. You know, I work as a licensing agent, so I help inventors get bigger than where they are by themselves. So I wish you the very best of luck, because I know that is, you know, getting into some of those big box stores is a tough nut. And so great product, though. As a homeowner, wish I would have had some of those.
Cool. Hey, Dara, I'll let you go next.
Yeah. So where are you manufacturing your product today?
Manufactured in China.
In China. Okay. And what does one retail for?
$39.95.
So really quick question. Is there any other use for it? Because I think what you've done, it's a great product. And all I could think about is I wish I had something like that around my drain at home. I don't have a basement. I don't really worry about flooding. So I think you've cut out a little bit of a market, unless there's a way to make your product either more universal for more people or a secondary version that might be good for a bathtub drain or a shower drain. Have you thought about something like that with debris and hair and things getting into it?
Sure. And there are a number of products for that kind of application. We could use this two-stage concept for an application indoors like that. This product, as it's designed now, is of a size that's suitable for outdoor use, but certainly that kind of adaptation could be used. But indoors, there are a number of products. Outdoors, I've never seen anything that attempts to do what the Drain Defender attempts to do.
Okay. I think it's a great product. I really do.
Super, super. Michael, you want to jump in?
Sure, absolutely. And thank you, Steve. Excellent product. I like the whole concept around it. Of course, DANCO, the company that I work for, we do a lot of drain products and tub, shower, outdoor drains, those types of things. So it's definitely an area that I'm very, very familiar with. I think your presentation is great. Your video is great. And definitely have, you know, good luck with your launches and as you start moving forward on this. I would say, though, in regards to this presentation, as well as the one before, and even the ones that we'll have after, you know, don't ever be afraid to show competitive products or what people are doing today to solve for the same problem. And I think that always helps whenever you're doing these kind of presentations. And the same would be for this one. You know, because if you think about it, there are things that are trying to do this. And so it would be helpful to show how inadequate they actually are. So, but just a thought.
Hey, Steve, I'll just end with a couple of quickies. So you're doing the whole project yourself, right? You have your own sales team, or you're doing it yourself? You're financing it, the whole 9 yards?
Online sales and sales through Amazon, but I manage the business. I get support from my wife on business development. Yeah, family business.
And what's your day job?
I work for a trade association.
Okay, so you know what you're doing, right? So.
A bit.
Good. Well, great job, great presentation, and super product. And congrats and all the best.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. All right. This is going very well. Good job so far, folks. Okay, our next guest is Christy Hutchins with the Dump Sack. Christy from upstate New York. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
You're on the clock.
I think there's a video first.
Okay.
Oh, I think the audio isn't there, but that's all right.
You can talk over it if you'd like.
Yes, yes, I thought there would be audio. That's fine because there is on the video. This is our basic problem solution video. I am Christy Hutchins of Hutchins Solutions and the inventor of the dump sack bag. I'm happy to be pitching today and really in the effort to connect with investors and potential licensing partners. As you can see, dump sack is the solution to the dust explosion when emptying a bagless vacuum canister. The bag is designed with elastic at the top, adhesive strips in the front and in the back to allow for 360-degree sealing, is clear so that you can see what you've just vacuumed up, not inhaling, and it's oddly satisfying. In addition to a recently issued utility patent, we have trademarks in 2 categories: a live website, retail design packaging, MVP product testing and insights, and profitable production sourcing in various materials. I'm excited to be sharing dump sack with the National Hardware Show community as a unique, ready-to-roll opportunity. Let's clean, catch, and contain together with dump sack. Question?
Hey, before I open you up to the panel, how did you come about this idea? Were you in the vacuum business?
No, actually, I'm a physical products developer by consultant, actually, sourcing management, and really all encompassing. But I had actually never worked on a patent, and I had the idea. I had a client who had gone through one, and I thought that would be great to learn about. So, and the patent was actually taking a little bit of time. So it was a working name that stuck and was available. So, so we developed the trademarks and had the opportunity to do that. And I realized that marketing is really not my wheelhouse. I have no issues with selling. And I've had probably, great success, with the testing sites that I've had. But I really believe that the product would have much greater success working with a licensing partner.
Great.
Or an investor.
Great. Okay. Well, we'll change the order again. Dara, do you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. I love this product. First of all, the demonstration by all of you so far has been great. It paints a great picture. So it does solve a great problem, but what is the price? So as a consumer, what would I expect to pay for? And I'm assuming I get bulk bags in there.
It's 5 in a package. Here's the package. It's 5 for $5.99. And it would, right now on the website, we have it for a 4-pack for $24, which is the same price. In production, I would anticipate that multi-pack price could come down quite a bit in the production sourcing. I mean, the biggest issue with a product of this price for your e-commerce sales is your shipping. If you include it, it just kills you. So so that's.
So the only thing I would say is it's a fantastic solution, but if I saw it once and saw how it operated, in my mind, I would say, am I really going to spend an extra $1 to get a bag to put it around underneath? If it was 25 cents, 30 cents, because of the whole bacteria and spreading, I'd be more likely to buy it. So you're right. We've got to figure out how to get those cost of goods down so that people don't even think about it and think about going to get another plastic bag. So
Right.
Maybe we can offline, but I really like this product.
Well, and there's also probably some of the other feedback that I've gotten, is the sustainability aspect of it. But what's actually come up in technology to right now is there's newer materials that actually activate in the landfill environment that create plastic-eating bacteria. So that we would work to that kind of a material to enhance not only the brand, but also sustainability.
Cool. All right, Michael, let's rotate up to you.
Yeah, absolutely. A great product idea. I do like that. And as far as the sustainability, one of the companies that I work for that the company sold a few years ago actually was for, basically pet products. And so we did waste pickup bags. And so, yes, there are a number of materials that are out there that will break down that you could potentially use. One of the other things from a cost perspective for the product, not that you have to redesign it or anything, but where you have both the elastic area and you also have the area that has the pull strip with the adhesive, almost seems a little bit redundant there.
That's really for, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's really for 360-degree sealing, because there's some allergies that, like, I don't use the adhesive strips other than to when I release the container, because I'm not an allergy sufferer, but allergy sufferers, often are really sensitive to dust. And, so they've found other workarounds, other people taking it out and so on, to get around that.
And then I will say one other thing too. When I did go to your website to look at this product, actually just prior to the presentation here, the way that you presented the product and showed, the peeling off of the strip and the way that it goes on and everything was actually much more clear than what I got off the website. I kind of did not understand the product at all.
Okay.
The website, just so you know.
Great feedback. No.
But
tremendous.
yeah, good luck.
Rita,
really, I like the concept.
Rita, if you want to jump, we're way over on time. Rita, do you want to?
Yeah. So a couple of things. I agree with Michael because I went to the website as well. I agree with Dara on the price points. As a licensing agent, that would be one of the things that we would address. As far as, somebody else making it and selling it, I'd like to see it in a bulk package, because my husband does have asthma and allergies, and he's the one who insists on doing the vacuuming, and he's done some dumpster diving when he dumps everything in there that shouldn't be going down. So, cool product, understand it absolutely. Would like to see that price point come down. So it's a bulk buy, 50 in a package.
Thank you. Thank you very much for all your
feedback. Great job, Christy.
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're going, it's going very well, guys. You're all doing super. So our next presenter has a great first name. It's Warren. And and he has a cool product called the Angle Surface Bracket. So Warren, you're on, brother. 4 minutes.
Warren, I just want to ask, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak here this afternoon. With me is
Peter,
that's involved with 52 launch, which is helping me get this product going, has given me a lot of advice. I grew up in the construction business, and for over 60 years, I have seen a problem in homes where the angled ceilings, you cannot take and get a bracket to work for you to be able to hang up rods and shelves. This is the type of bracket that you'll take and buy at a store. And when you try to mount this on a sloped surface, the shelf isn't going to stay, the rods don't stay. So again, over 60 years in the construction business, I decided that I would try to make something that would solve that problem. 4 years ago, I started doing prototypes and working on it, and applied for my patent, which I received in February of this year. And then 3 weeks later, the virus hit. By then, I had already started prototypes and had some into production. So this here is the angle surface bracket that you attach it with 6 screws, 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and it adjusts. It has 25 adjustments on the tube here in the middle. So when you have it mounted on the ceiling, you can take and adjust this here so that this comes up to a horizontal position, allowing you to take and put a closet rod up here, a second one on the bottom. So if you have 4 feet of closet, that you now double it, having 8 feet of rod. Plus you're able to put a 12-inch shelf on the top. A couple of screws on the bottom to hold the shelf in place. It's been a problem for years. I've seen contractors growing up as a contractor. I've made brackets and tried to hang at least one rod for a customer. And, you know, this here has been tested over 100 pounds. You're not going to make a wooden bracket to hold the rod, you know, and feel safe about it. You know, the bracket is very sturdy. Peter's going to go to the website. He'll show you some of the applications that we've had.
Yeah, so really our focus is to be easy to install. You know, we focused on being in the consumer space first. So a DIYer has all the functionality that's needed to get this project done in half an hour. It's perfect for, like Warren said, in regards to the understairs, on slope ceilings, you know, with the advent of, this is a good picture here, of the actual, you know, in-play unit, how nice and organized, like a little in-law suite above can be, how simple it functions. You know, we can put two up in a room and make a pretty simple, you know, bed and Airbnb. The installation, like I said, the adjustments really is the key here, so that you don't have to know what your angle is on your surface that you're mounting it to. You can, Warren's covered every angle possible with 25 microstructure or micro adjustments. And, you know, again, it's a matter of just finding either a stud or the ceiling strap, and you can install pretty easily. The beauty is that this is really the key, and this is a big part of his patent, is just the adjustability of the actual unit that, like I said, anybody can install this. And really the two biggest applications are going to be, you know, it's going to be in the attics homes or in the, you know, gabled roof or sloped roofs, or under stairs. You can instantly create very, very effective and clean storage space.
All right, so I'm going to cut you guys off. We're right at 4 minutes. And thank you, good presentation. Michael, I'm going to rotate. Why don't we start with you? You're on mute, Michael.
I'm live here now. Warren, great product. I believe you guys might have been at the show last year.
Nope, this is brand new. Like I said, I didn't want to introduce it. We were supposed to be at the show this year, and unfortunately, here we are today on video. So
well, I think the concept behind it is really, really outstanding. There's a lot of competition in this area, and so just like with many of the other comments, this price point is going to be a huge, huge factor on this particular type of product, because you go up against a lot of the really big companies in storage and organization. But no, I like the concept. I like what you guys are doing with it, and I wish you the best of luck here.
Thank you.
Rita, why don't we go your way this time?
Well, I really like it. And, you know, closet space is so precious, especially for people living in, you know, apartments and condos. So wherever they can be able to get in there and maximize the space they have is incredible. And I agree with Michael. Your price point is going to what, you know, makes you or breaks you. And with the competition that's out there. So just pay attention to that and see where you can, you know, really squeeze that market.
What do you think, Rita? What do you think the price point needs to be at?
It's got to be, honestly, my gut instinct is, you know, preferably somewhere below the $25 mark, $49.99 tops, but that $75 mark is going to be a killer for other brackets.
Okay. All right. Hey, Dara, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. The first thing that came to my mind was I was looking at it, I was thinking, I really don't have the need for it. And it wasn't until you showed the video and you were able to see how you placed it, and then you showed how it worked against a wall, that I was like, oh my gosh, I have like 5 places in my house where that would be perfect. But the price is what would prevent me from making that purchase. What I think you should do is look at a company like the Closet Monkey. Someone who's out there who does nothing but come in and install, and being able to license that bracket to them so that they can use it. And now they can kind of open up this whole spectrum of where they can install rods and shelving units. But your price point is going to have to come down literally almost in half. I was even thinking, because you need 2 of them, I was even thinking, you know, $24.99, $19.99, if there's any way to even get that there.
Hey, Dara, how could they, now if a product like this was on a shelf, like at Home Depot, and you didn't have their video, how could they effectively, get that message across to you so you understood it as a customer coming by?
Yeah, I mean, you hear the old cliche, a picture paints 1,000 words. I mean, you're going to have to show a before and an after of a really tight or unique space. And I think when you said the space under a stairs, I thought I need a shelf on the back of my toilet underneath this staircase. I wouldn't even know how to put it. So I think to answer your point, Warren, is you're going to have to get really creative with packaging.
And
so
Warren, I think you've hit on a key
on
point on
packaging.
these types of products, is that for some of these products, they can't be produced in general for a lower price. You can a little bit whenever you start expanding out how many units. But with a product like this one, where you can have installation companies like Dara brought up, you have installation companies that now they're going to save dollars on labor time. That's where, sometimes the market is not in the consumer area. It could actually be over more on the pro side, where the dollar savings comes from man hours. And that's one of the things I think for a product like this one really needs to be considered.
And Warren, we'll let you respond, and then we'll wrap it up. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
So there is a hang tag that's going to be on the bar here that has a picture of the bracket installed, showing how it's installed and how it can be used on the angled surfaces. The closet companies, there is no other bracket that will do what this does. Your closet manufacturers always need a vertical surface on two sides to make their units work with a hanging rod. And they generally end up with 3 feet, 4 feet of wasted space behind those beautiful closets, that they put together. I've talked to companies and showed them and then show them that you still have all this wasted space behind your beautiful unit that you built. And you're only giving people 4 feet of hanging space in between two cabinets.
Hey, Warren, last question. I don't mean to cut you off, but we're going to keep this on schedule. But have you considered the commercial arena, and do you have an approach there, or Peter? Do you guys have an approach for the commercial side of the business?
So yes, so Michael's 100% right. Our first approach is obviously it's the DIY space and it's the contractor space. When someone understands that it's not there is so many micro adjustments here. This is a very labor intensive product. So someone can take it home and literally install it within minutes. So yeah, it is higher than our price point, but we would have so many complaints if we entered the DIY space without having all the adjustments. We really are cutting down. It's all about cutting down on the time to install and utilize space that you would never be able to utilize without having a contractor come in.
That's great. All right, great presentation, guys. Cool product. Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Great job. It always amazes me how great you guys all are. It's amazing. All right. Our next guest is John Hoback, and John has a product here called the Riser Hammer Helper. And John, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, you're on the clock, brother. You got 4 minutes.
Okay. Well, good morning from Alaska.
Hey!
Earlier than I expected here. But anyway, I want to start by introducing to you a new handyman tool called the Riser Hammer Helper. And I'll show you, it comes, it sticks right here to my tool belt. So it's handy, and it clips right onto your household hammer and fits on there in just seconds and changes the focal point for pulling nails, reducing the amount of pull by 50%, pull a nail. But it solves many problems, not just frustrating nails, but it also solves the fact that if you cannot hold a nail, maybe the nail's too small, you don't have the dexterity. Also, if you cannot tell what kind of fasteners or you want to use for a project, it helps you tell that. And also, it's an adaptive tool where a person one-handed can set a nail, pound a nail, pull a nail, and reset a nail all one-handed. So you're able to build new fun things like bird houses or any project that you want to take on. But anyway, to start with, I'm going to try showing pictures here, and we'll see how this looks. But anyway, again, can you see that?
A little bit, yeah.
Let me know when you want to say. Hey, John, let me know when you want to run that video.
You want to run a video, John?
repurposed lumber, which we made into projects. And once again, that gives your hammer 100% more pulling power to pull those nails.
All right, I see.
Some nails will take 75 pounds, maybe 150 pounds to pull them. Not too many people can do that. But anyway, it cuts it in half on all of our tests. Then the second problem it solves is holding nails. So if you can see this here, the riser has a nail launcher. The nail sits in there and is held in there by commercial magnets. And if you can't hold that nail, you know, and you're afraid to pound, especially small nails like little Tico nails for that bracket, or maybe roofing nails, you just can't, you'll get your finger if you pound them. It holds it right in place for you. You set the nail with 1 pound of the hammer, and then you drive it. Then also with fasteners, it also helps you tell. If you see this here, you have fasteners, and maybe you have an outdoor project, like maybe a dock you're going to build, and you want to use a fastener that won't rust on you. It'll help you tell the difference. You can't tell by looking at them which one is stainless steel and which one is regular standard steel. So you put the riser down on top of it, and if it doesn't attract it, it leaves it laying there, then that's your stainless steel. That's the one you want to use. If it magnets attract to it, then it's standard steel, and you don't want to use that on outdoor projects, or it will rust on you. Anyway, and if you drop while you're working, if you drop a nail in the grass or something like that, the magnets help you instantly find it. It also helps you out with pry bars. And for example, in this particular case, we had to level a stove. So we just put the pry bar into there, use a riser hammer helper as a focal point, stepped on one side, and we're easily able to reach under there and adjust the stove feet. This one here is a paver brick. Easily able to pull out a paver brick just by using it as a point with a screwdriver and pulling it out. It was extremely simple. This one here was pulling some T111 off a wall. Try to get it lined up here. You can see how you use a focal point, and it gives you a lot more leverage, much easier to pull that off. It's in construction. It's a great use. I want to also add that this is also a woman idea, woman motivated, and woman inspired, because my wife, before I ever decided to take this to market or develop it, she saw the tool, started using it, and absolutely kept saying, you got to take this, you got to make this, you got to make this.
Well, listen, on
anyway,
good job. Good job. We're going to cut you off here, John. So Javier.
No other tool like it.
All right. Well, listen, great presentation. Javier thought, he was from Vancouver, that he'd be the farthest one west, but who knew John would show up from Alaska and by a few miles. So really great. That was a very good presentation. Rita, we're going to start with you this time.
Yay, because I just got done doing a whole bunch of construction around here, and wish I would have had me a couple of those, John. Very, very good product, considering how many times I hit myself with the nail and had to move things around with a hammer and blah, blah, blah. Your wife, I love your wife already. So, are you manufacturing and selling? I see you've got some in packaging, but are you, where are you selling at currently, and what is your price point? Sorry, Dara.
Okay,
those were generally your questions.
Yeah, right now I have two different models. Okay, the one I showed you in the pictures is a CNC machined aluminum model, and the manufacturing cost on that is $4.27, and I'm selling them now on both eBay and Amazon. They're selling for $16.95 through two wholesalers at this point in time. One is Wizard Distribution, and the other one is Home and Farm Wholesale. And so they both have inventories on them, and they're selling really pretty well for no marketing at all. But the plastic, the new one, they have a brand new one. Let me show you a picture of it real quick here. You see this one here?
Yeah.
Got to line it up with camera.
Well, and I went to your website.
This is glass infused nylon. So it's a super strong nylon. I'll turn it around. You can see that it has the magnets in it, has all the qualities, has the bottle opener that you can open up your beverage after you're done with your job. And it only costs $1.27 at this point in time. The manufacturing cost to make this is just as strong, works just as great. So we're working with this one, and we're working on an idea of maybe impulse buying. so that you be in a big bin right by the contractor's counter, which was suggested to me by a hardware manager, by the way. And he said I'd put those in a great big bin right by the contractor checkout, and every contractor would throw one in their cart.
Okay, you're running into my question time, John. Is your intellectual property all lined up?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It has a full patent, and it was patented in spring.
Watch your multiple of 5 price points to get to those big retailers. You've got to have that all lined up. And if you wish you the best of luck. Very cool gadget.
Yeah.
Impulse buy perfectly. I would have bought it in a heartbeat.
It's also won 2 awards, I might add. PETA being winning the Pro Tool Award.
And good job. Hey, John, there's only one award. It's money. It's called money. But great job going out and testing it and on the ground getting out to the retailers. So Dara, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I like the product. I actually like the version that's the $1.27 cost of goods. I think let's get it down to under $1. I think that's the first thing if you can. I think this would be a great partnership with like a Philips. And if you could have it actually included in with a hammer, I think it's almost win-win. People would pay a little bit more because now they feel like I can do it. I don't have to apply so many pounds of pressure, but a really, really cool product. And I do agree, impulse or even to align it with a company that's already existing.
Oh, thank you.
Great. Michael, you want to back clean up?
Yeah, John, I really like the product. I mean, we have a pry-bar tool line that's in Lowe's and Home Depot, so it's an area that's very near and dear to my heart. But yeah, I think you've got a really nice winning product there, and definitely look forward to seeing some more of it. So yeah, I think you have a good product there, and I like the multifunctional aspects that you put in there as well. That was definitely some good thought processes behind that.
So Michael, how does John get in touch with you if he wants to license it? What's your email?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, any of the people that are presented today, it's Michael.Miller at nch.com. Just don't forget the period between the Michael and the Miller, and nch, Nancy Charlie Hotel.com. And you can also go to DANCO.com, which is our website, and we have Inventor Central right there, and you can put your products right into that.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Hey, great job, everybody. Great job, John. Thank you. You stay warm up there.
The following is a demonstration of the riser hammer helper and how it helps to reduce pulling nails by at least half. Without the riser hammer helper, it pulling a 3 1/4 inch frame.
Hey guys, can you take? Yeah, sorry, we needed to work that in. That's part of the presentation, so that's part of what you're going to learn here. If you want that in, you got to get it in early. All right, listen, we've got one more, and we say the best for last. My young friend Frankie Domondo, who's from Danbury, Connecticut. Frankie, if you want to unmute, we saved the best for last, you guys, and we're excited to have you here. Frankie, first of all, how old are you, brother?
12.
12. What grade are you in?
Oh, I'm in 6th. I mean 7th.
So it's kind of hard to know these days, right? With the virus, right?
Yeah.
What grade? But well, listen, we're really excited that you're on. Thanks for taking time out, and you're on the floor. Go ahead and tell us what you got.
Okay, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
My name is Frankie Domondo. I'm 12 years old, and I invented my mobile buddy. This quarantine, I've been making wood items and selling them, and the money I make goes to charity. This summer, I took in a little break in woodworking, and we were at my pool with my dad's friend, who was my former science teacher. We were thinking of a way how to help teachers and students safe from the spread of COVID-19. And that next day, I started to build my mobile buddy and just like make it. So my mobile buddy has plexiglass all around it. It has cup holder for anyone's drinks. It can hold your laptop. It has pouches for your markers and stuff. It has a little thing for a little shelf for your papers, and it has 360 swivel wheels. And a mobile desk and can carry stuff.
Can you push that forward a little bit, Frankie, so we can see it a little bit better?
Sure.
Is it on wheels? Now, Frankie, what gave you I know you were by the pool and all, but obviously you got inspired. So just tell us a little bit about how you put it together and what your thought process was when you were doing it.
Well, I was donated a walker, and my grandfather has a machine shop, so I picked up some like metal from there, and I just started putting it together, and I came up with this idea.
You know, it always helps when Grandpa has a machine shop. You know, that's a great place to get started. So, Dara, why don't I let you go first, and what do you think?
First of all, I love young entrepreneurs. So all I've got to say is look out, world, because if this is your first, I cannot wait to see the others that are coming behind this. So I love it. And, you know, sometimes necessity is the mother of the invention, or in this case, necessity is the child inventor. And you created something that was going to help you solve a problem that you had. So I love this. How much do you think this is going to end up costing if you decided to make it and sell it to friends or sell it to schools?
Maybe probably $70.
About $70.
I'm selling it for $189.
Wow. Getting those margins in. So you're selling an individual desk unit for $189.
Yeah.
Now, was that just an article in the Danbury News Times? Is that what I saw?
Oh, yes.
When did that run?
Maybe about a month or two ago.
Now, does everybody in Danbury know you now?
Pretty much.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, Michael, what do you think?
Well, Frankie, first of all, I think a great job. I love seeing young entrepreneurs coming up with new products like this. Really, if you think about it, there's going to be a lot of products like this coming out over the next year as people start working through how are all of us going to live together safely. And I think this is a real start that you have here. Part of this, though, and the education that you're going to have is how to properly protect your product. And I know, you know, Kathy on our team here has got a huge amount of knowledge in that area. And I think for these types of products, because there's going to be so many, and there have been so many, really patent protection and trademark protection and those types of things is just going to be just absolutely key. And I think that's an area that you're going to need to really thoughtfully research and reach out to people, you know, just like Kathy and other folks at the U.S. Patent Office as far as how to properly protect this. But really, really good job. I like your thought process here.
Hey, before I let Rita in here, Frankie, so what's the next step for you? Are you thinking of shopping them around and selling them and making them individually, or what are your thoughts? Where do you want to go with this?
I think you might be frozen, Warren.
Uh-oh. Frankie, are you frozen?
Can you hear me?
There he is.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I got
Yeah, my internet it went out for a second.
Oh, no problem. No
That's
worries.
Connecticut.
In Connecticut, we get that all the time here.
Yeah.
We're kind of like a third world country here. But
It's
so
now patent pending.
And what do you want to do next? What's your next step, Frankie? Are you going to try to sell a few?
Well, I'm trying to find someone to buy the idea off of me and mass produce them.
All right. Okay. Do you have, are your parents helping you? I mean, do you have a few names of places to go?
Yeah, we're trying to find someone.
All right. Okay. Rita?
Okay, my turn. So, Frankie, you and your folks give me a call. I would be delighted to help you. And I would kind of look at, you know, talking to you about taking it to the next step is making it that portable studio for college kids and even office workers, where they've got to be able to get around and, coordinate things and be in class and work environments, and they need to be able to take all their stuff with them. There may be some other uses for that than just the classroom use.
Yeah, we were also thinking nursing homes.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Yep, there's a lot of places. So knowing that you've got patent pending status is excellent. And I think that you're you've got a good product there, and I think we might be able to do something with it and give you a hand.
So
thank you.
Frankie, have you ever heard of Odyssey of the Mind?
No, I haven't.
We down here where I live, not too far from you, all my children did Odyssey of the Mind. So you should start one in Danbury up there. But what you've done is terrific, and you're off to a wonderful start. So thank you so much for coming on, and I'm proud of you. Your parents should be proud of you. This is hopefully a great experience that you'll build on. We're all proud of you. And all the pitches today were awesome. We had a great range of folks and age and product and approach. Carmine, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, no problem. That was awesome. Great job, everybody. If you need to contact either Rita, Dara, or Michael, please go on out to UIA, join the UIA. You will be able to get their contact information then. They can also find them on social media all over the place. So we had a great time today. I thank Read Expo, the National Hardware Show, and of course the UIA. Join the UIA. It is free, to no reason not to be a UIA member. We thank you for joining today, and we will catch you next time. You all take care.